had so much to talk to you, and we discovered two things. Number one, Kieran and I look like the before and after of a drugs awareness poster. Number two, someone brought a foot to a gig. So. Yes, I do. But I feel. Just talk amongst yourselves there. Okay, take it back. Well, okay, so I think we need to start again, guys. If that's all right. Let me introduce myself. I am a bald, human, male.
No.
A lot of strong hairlines in here, fair plaities. Very triggering. But this hurts. But this started happening at a very young age to me, kind of 18 or 19 months, I started losing my hair. And I don't know if you can tell, but these two sides of my hairline, they had a race. Backwards. And it's proceeded all the way to behind my knees here. So this is my struggle, not yours. There's there's one. Yes, sir! There's a Sam Barber, yes, sir! We need a parade, I think. Everyone's going to get us a parade But it's, wrong said Fred. That's a tribute band, you know. But it's a big day for me, right? Today is my birthday. I like to say that at every gig. Just to kind of get everyone on side. But y'all look very young. I'm a child of the 80s who grew up in the 90s. Okay? 2 decades of massive change. Far more than my parents went through. Because they grew up with kind of the Beatles, Andy Warhol, the Rolling Stones, savage stuff, right? I grew up with MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, and really slow internet porn. Now the porn itself was regular speed. It's just the internet in Ireland was so slow that by the time the film had downloaded, the teen had become a MILF. My parents watched the moon landing. I get a bit nervous in front of people and just makes it talk. But they watched the moon landing. Massive technological advancement. But the biggest one in my lifetime is Snapchat. Give me a woo if any of you perverts are on Snapchat. Woo! You're all just waiting for one person to start. I said, yes, we're all done. Because listen, y'all know what it's for. Tell me what Snapchat is for.
Dick pics.
There you go. Not only is that the weirdest Tourette's I've ever heard, you're also correct. But the reaction I want to my dick pics has changed over the years, seeing as you brought it up. That's quadruple on time, higher level English there. I used to want a bit of enthusiasm. You know, thumbs up emoji. But now when my little genitals pop up on her screen, I want her to make the same noise she has when she has a piece of cake. It tastes a little bit better than she expected. Oh, that's not bad! I'll have another slice of that penis cake, thank you very much. Again, this is my struggle, not yours. Okay, so let's get to know each other. Give me a woo if you're in a relationship. Woo! Give me a woo. Let's talk about that for a second. Longford down. Give me a woo if you're single. All right. Yeah. Delighted about it. Because when you're in a relationship for a long time, you got to make a bit more effort to keep things fresh and sexy. Okay? I want to tell you about a couple of times I tried to keep it fresh and sexy. Okay? Because a couple of weeks ago, we tried role play. Give me a woo if any of you perverts have tried role play. Bringing cologne into Longford, you know? Get it up. We have a foot here if you want to bring it into.
That's our tip.
You keep your tip in there. Don't James can't take that pressure. My eyes are up here as well. Okay. So as I was saying, role play, okay? And I got to choose doctors and nurses. My favourite. Get the uniforms and everything going, checking temperatures the old-fashioned way. You can't watch that mental image out. That's there with you forever. So the problem was that the role play doctors and nurses turned into a real doctor's appointment. I was left in the waiting room for 3 hours. 4 fellas skipped the queue ahead of me. But the second time we tried was, I got a present for my birthday. Not today, that's not a real birthday. I was bought the Kama Sutra. Oh, putting the long in Longford there, look at that. So, for those of you who don't know, you'll look very familiar. Actually, page 19, the Angry Octopus. You're wearing the same skirt in the book. It's a pop-up book with the, yeah, it's very awkward. But
Put the foot
it's
down now.
do you know late at night when there's sign language on the news? That's what this looks like. She's like, can I borrow that for a second? No. Now I'm going to put it here. Don't look at it. Can't take my eyes off it, to be fair. I almost want to see the. Did you bring some clay with you? Can we get the? I know. Can we get? Do you want to take the other foot out just to?
How much are we talking?
That's so much to talk to you about. But listen, someone brought a foot here, so.
It was her. It was her.
Okay. It's heating up, actually. It's heating up. Do you remember those mood rings you used to get as a kid? I think this foot's in a really bad mood because it keeps getting wrong. There you go.
I don't want it anymore.
Okay.
It has to stand. Just put it back up.
I'm going to auction off the foot. It has a stand here. Put it in the stand.
No more.
Let me just see, where can I put this to make it even more embarrassing?
Cute.
Yeah.
But now I don't feel you're paying attention to me anymore. Here, Kieran. Take that away, Ellie. Just bring it into the jar.
Like a Prince Charming.
So there's another 10 minutes of foot humour going on here. I can't remember what I was talking to you about, so we're going to move on. My birthday. Is that a safety word?
Yeah,
Let's just move on. That's died to death now. We don't know what's happening. The foot distracted us. But look, let's talk about the news. Okay? Really funny, delightful topic, the news. They say the economy is bad. It is. Because on the walk up here, I saw the man we spoke about earlier on, MC Hammer, begging on the street. And he had a sign. The sign said, for €10, you can touch this. That was a groan there, I heard that. Another bit of news I read about, I don't know if it's a problem with where you're from, but apparently in Dublin, there's a big problem with teachers having sex with students. Curriculum has certainly changed since I was in school. Because back in the day, if my chemistry teacher, Miss Byrne, wanted to have sex with me, I could have been Albert Einstein. But she had no interest at all. My German teacher, he had a lot of interest. So I thought off pretty fast. We'll move on from that. The last thing I read about was that sex education in Ireland has been found to be out of date and inaccurate. So it's a question for the ladies and the fellas who've had sex with fellas. Have you found our love-making skills to be out of date or inaccurate? No? Just me then? Okay. Yeah, well, that's true, because as we said, I'm a product of education in the 90s. I was taught that the clitoris was a Greek island. Can't find that either. Awful. But you know this thing, right? The recipe for laughter, they say, is tragedy plus time. You know that kind of weird equation? Something really bad happens and you're mortified, but you look back and it's fucking hilarious. You know, we all have these kind of moments. Because I want to tell you about one of mine, okay? Because at my granddad's funeral, I dropped him. He was in the box on his big day, and I dropped him. Now, at the time, tragic. But now, still fucking tragic. But yeah, I want to tell you about a trip I took recently. I took my first trip of the year. I went to Amsterdam. All you perverts have been to Amsterdam, I say. Yeah. Well, here I'm gonna preach to you now because I got trapped. I got stuck in the red light district. I couldn't get out. And wherever I looked, still. But everywhere I looked was the same sign. Every shop, live nudes. Every single shop, live nudes. As opposed to that's the weirdest safety word ever. That's were you just waiting for the right moment there? Yeah. Dead. But it is a weird phrase, isn't it? Like, it's a weird phrase. Because when I was over there in the hotel room, I saw another weird phrase. It was for external use only. Written on a lot of things in the hotel room. The toothpaste, the remote control on the telly, the hair dryer. Now I have a question, are enough of us putting hair dryers up our arses to warrant a sticker? Turns out, yes. So yeah, I'm not going back down to I'm not out. But I have a bit of advice, as I'm getting older, I have a bit of advice for the fellas here. If you're at the doctor, and the doctor says, I'm checking for a hernia. I was in getting checked up the other week, right? And he said, I'm just going to check for a hernia. I said, alright, what's a fucking hernia? And within seconds, my trousers were down around my ankles, and my testicles were in his hand. I was so impressed. I need that kind of attention in my life, that go-getter attitude, you know what I mean? So I have his work number, I'm just looking for his mobile number, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find him. Dr. Hans from Germany, actually, he lives in Cologne, yeah, the gay district of Cologne, yeah. But I just have a couple of stories to talk to you about because, you know, owning a house, you get to know your neighbours, okay? And I have some kinky neighbours. For example, my neighbour can only get hard when he's in his Ford Mondeo. It was a very awkward lift home from the airport, to be fair. Now, we're still getting to know each other in case we ever meet again in a room above a pub. I don't have any kinks myself. I'm a normal guy. You know, if I want some alone time, I just need an empty house. You know? Mute all the family WhatsApp groups. And then I go and get into my neighbour's Ford Mondeo. But I want to bring something up that Kieran was talking about earlier on, because he was giving Bray a rough time, and I'm from Bray.
Oh, I apologise, yes.
Absolute prick. But to be fair with him, TripAdvisor says that Bray is cultured, but charmingly violent. No one in Bray knows what that actually means. But I want to leave you with a phrase, a romantic phrase that was written on the back of a public toilet door in Bray, where I lost my virginity twice. It hasn't happened to you guys? It grew back. Did you say front and back? Forget about what I was going to say. What were you going to say? I spent so much time trying to get rid of one of them, I didn't know I had two virginities. But this is a way for me to leave you in a happy state. Okay, it's a romantic phrase from my people to your people. Okay? Love is like shaving your pubic hair. You've got to commit to it, or it's going to get rough. I've been Keego, you've all got a pack of rounds.